Welcome to this video. My name is Christian from Beyond Premiere, and in this video we're going to explore 10 from theories that will blow your mind. Let's go ahead and start beginning with the first one. Number 1. Tavi didn't escape. Reflection in the hospital mirror might be employing a technique often used in surrealist filmmaking. Surrealism aims to capture the uncanny, the strange, and the subconscious mind, which might explain the mirror's distorted reflection. This suggests the presence of something unreal or dreamlike. The reflection may also symbolize Tavi's mental and emotional state. Given the traumatic experience she's been through, this state might distort her perception of reality, which could be symbolized by the distorted reflection in the mirror. In books and cinema, mirrors often symbolize self-perception and the divide between reality and illusion. In this case, the distorted mirror reflection could symbolize a fragment or distorted sense of self or reality. This could indicate of Tavi's psychological struggles or him to being caught in an alternate reality. Lastly, the distorted mirror reflection could be a reflection, non pun intended, of the showrunner's general style or thematic focus. Let's explore theory number 2. Now we can consider a few potential aspects. This has been the collective unconscious, or they're all connected, which was introduced by Carl Jung, a psychiatrist, and suggests that societies share a set of archetypal symbols and images, including fear and guilt, with the monsters symbolizing the shared fear and guilt of the town. If the monsters, as we know, only appear under certain conditions or to specific people, as we have seen, this could indicate there are psychological manifestations. This would suggest that the town's collective fear and guilt are so powerful that they have been taken physical form. The guilt aspect could tie into a past event that the towns feel collectively responsible for. The monster could be a symbolic reminder of this event that the town cannot escape from, especially if someone or something committed a serious moral sin. Fear could also be considered as a protective response to threats. If the town is in constant state of fear due to the monsters, this could force them to confront their guilt and work towards redemption or making amends. As we know, the show used metaphorical and symbolic elements to convey themes of fear, guilt, or collective responsibility. This would support this theory. The presence of a little monster could be a dramatic way to illustrate this complex psychological and social themes. Now let's talk about one of my favorite theories, and that is theory number 3, and that is that the children could represent the 7 deadly sins, and this is a symbolic interpretation of the show's narrative. The 7 deadly sins, traditionally known as lust, gluttony, greed, sloth, wrath, envy, and pride, the linking of characters to those sins might be an indication of their flawed nature or hint at their arc throughout the show. The fact that Tilly is surrounded by 7 people in the end of season 2 and the presence of 7 stones with 7 children in the case could be intentionally visual clues designed to support this theory. This might suggest a symbolic link between the characters, the ghostly children, and the 7 deadly sins. To fully explore this theory, each character action decision could be analyzed to see which sin they might represent. This could provide deeper insight into the characters and potentially predict their future development. This is just an interpretation, but I'm looking forward to seeing how you connect these 7 deadly sins to the characters. Number 1 is Randall. The pride Randall takes in his weapons and his violent response to anyone touching his belongings are clear indicators of the sin leads to conflict and violence that we have seen. Number 2 is greed. Jade, pursuit of understanding the secrets of the town as seen through his obsession with symbol and clues, can be viewed as greed for knowledge, often to the exclusion of others' tasks or concerns, as we have seen when he talked to Victor. In season 1 we saw wrath. Obviously that is Abby, and her firing on the townspeople out of fear and despair can be interpreted as this. Now, the town has been slaughtered. This can be applied to the collective attitude of the town as a whole. Many of the townspeople seem resigned to their fate and become passive in their response to the challenges they face. Instead of actively seeking solutions or taking action to change their circumstances, they seem to accept their situation and not make efforts to challenge or overcome it. This can be seen in the conversation where some of the characters express a sense of hopelessness and suggest giving up or leaving the town rather than actively trying to find a way to escape or improve their situation. In the episode, the character who exhibits envy is Reggie, the husband to Regina, who shoots Boyd. He harbors resentment and envy towards Boyd because he blames him for the events that have unfolded in the town. His actions are driven by feelings of anger and jealousy. Now, the character that demonstrated the trait of gluttony is the insatiable hunger for answers and solutions that could be Boyd and Tabitha. They were fully invested in discovering the mysteries of the town and finding a way to stop the suffering, sometimes even to the point of obsession that we have seen. But also Jade gets clues in the end as well. So hey. Now, lust is something that I've been thinking a lot because we don't see it a lot in the show, except that time where Julie wanted a kiss from Fatima back in season 1, and as we know, she already has a boyfriend, so this could be seen as lust. You know, she's more driven by desire than respect for boundaries, but that changes, so let me know which other character you see lust. If this theory is correct, it could also serve as a foreshadowing tool for the show. The sins the characters represent might indicate their future actions, their weakness, or the challenges they may have to overcome. If the characters are linked to the deadly sins, it suggests a moral struggle within the town and potentially a journey towards self-improvement or redemption. Without more information or confirmation from the show, this is just a theory, but hey, what are your thoughts? Now, theory number 4 is that the idea that the faraway trees act as portals to different dimensions or realities, and this aligns with the concept of the multiverse. This is a hypothetical group of multiple universes, including the universe in which we live. Each of these separate universes within the multiversal theory is called a parallel universe, a continuation of the space and time in which they exist. If Boyd can enter Martin's nightmare, it might suggest that these portals also travel through time, not just space. This would point to the idea of time being non-linear in the show, with events from the past, present, and future all accessible through these portals. The theory that nightmares or dreams can be entered as reality hints at deeper exploration of the consciousness in the show. This could suggest that dreams and nightmares have a tangible existence within the universe of the show and are not just abstract experiences. The idea that Boyd can enter another dream might suggest that these portals allow for travel not just from physical realities, but through states of mind or consciousness. This could indicate a deeper metaphysical aspect of the show's universe. If this theory is correct, it opens a vast implication for the characters. Their actions could influence or be influenced by events or entities from other dimensions or times or nightmares, adding complex layers to their decisions and consequences. Theory number 6 is the theory suggests that the bus passengers are not merely newcomers, but replacements for the deceased townsfolk, adds another intriguing layer to the mystery. And from the day that Jim, Tavi, Julie, and Ethan arrived in the town, connected with the tragic deaths of Megan and Lauren at the hands of the monster, it suggests a more cyclical, possibly supernatural element to the town's population is balanced by a newcomer's arrival, suggesting a cycle of replacement that maintains the town's population. The question then becomes, are the newcomers consciously aware of their role as replacements, or they're pulled into the cycle? Additionally, what could be the purpose or the underlying mechanics of this bizarre cycle? This theory raises many questions and implications that offer a thrilling perspective on the show's narrative. Now, theory number 8 is that the mysterious boy in white is an entity controlling or overseeing the events in the town. As an intriguing spin to the narrative, the presence of the boy in white might be an ethereal nature, suggests he may be more than just an ordinary child. His interaction with Tavi, pushing her into the lighthouse while claiming it to be the only way, is an insight into the town's secrets that no other character seems to possess. The image of the red monster in the case fuels the idea of a connection where the boy in white could be seen as a force working against the malevolent influence of the monster. We will have to wait and see how this connects in season 3 and so on. Now, theory number 9 is that the idea that the entire series of From takes place within a simulation adds an unexpected and mind-blowing layer to the show. This theory might explain some of the strange supernatural phenomena that occur on the town, as well as the various inconsistencies that have been noticed by viewers. In a simulated environment, the rules of physics, time, and reality, as we know, could easily be manipulated or overridden. For example, the character's inability to leave the town suggests appearance of newcomers, for example the bus passengers, and meeting the more paranormal elements like the forest monsters or the ghostly children or the tree that appears at the beginning could be programming constructs or variables controlled by unseen operators of the simulation. This could also shed in the boy in white, perhaps positioning him as a programmer or even an avatar of the simulation's creator. The simulation theory also raises interesting philosophical and ethical questions about free will and the nature of reality, similar to the films like The Matrix or The Truman Show. This is an exciting theory that I'm excited to see if it's true or not. Now, the final theory that I have is that the characters don't really die when they die in the show, like we have seen Abby, Tom, and so on. So maybe they really, when they die in this simulation or in this space, they wake up in the real world. like we see in the Matrix. So this theory suggests that Abby, Boy's wife and From, truly didn't die, but exists now in an alternate reality or timeline is indeed an intriguing one. This theory might have originated from the show's use of complex narrative threads and its tendency to blur the lines between realities. The idea connecting that Abby might be alive in a different timeline or reality could possibly cross over or communicate with Boyd under certain circumstances. This might explain some of Boyd's actions and his irrational hope that he can still find or reconnect with Abby. Theories that I have one bonus is that the town seems to be trapped within a time loop and that the events are repeating over and over again. But what are your thoughts on all these theories? Leave your comments below. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Christian from Beyond Premiere, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye everyone.